Ah, great. I'm back from my vacation. Let me just sit down at my desk and see what I missed while I was gone. Yeah, so, funny story, I went out of town like a week ago. I left at the end of June, and I only just got back today. I mean, it's a good thing no major gaming news happened over the last 9 days, am I right? It sure is. I picked a great time to only do pre-recorded videos. So, several major things happened while I was gone, the big ones being a giant round of Xbox layoffs, which is hashtag not fantastic. Apparently, Battlefield 6 development is just completely in the crapper, which in EA's case is hashtag working as intended. Apparently some people at Ubisoft got exposed for being pests, which is hashtag surprised there weren't more of them. But the big news that I at least want to focus on in this video, don't worry, I'm playing catch-ups this week. This isn't the only thing I'm gonna be catching up on. I'm working through my backlog because everyone's been DMing me while I was gone. But the big thing that happened, at least for the sake of what I think would be the funniest thing to talk about immediately, is this piece of news. Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox on August 26th. Same day as Gears of War, which, you know, interesting timing there, but if the Gears of War re-release isn't going to have a co-op horde mode, you might as well play Helldivers instead. Hey, Microsoft, maybe you should have remastered one of the Gears games that wasn't already remastered and also has a co-op horde mode. That seems like a gigantic oversight if you're trying to get people to care about the franchise you let die, but hey, that's just me, that's just my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter. I've just been playing the series since the beginning. What do I know about how to keep people happy with the series that I've been playing for like 20 years? Holy shit, it actually has been almost 20 years. Fuck me, I feel old. But yeah, Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox, and a bunch of PlayStation dudes were just losing their shit over it because, I mean, they lose their shit over games going to PC. Why wouldn't they lose their shit over games going to Xbox? These are the same people that say Xbox is a dead platform. Xbox has no games. Xbox has no gamers. And yet here comes PlayStation publishing a game on Xbox, publishing one of what was one of their system-selling games on Xbox. Now, if you are a gamer, this is good news. More people get to play more games. More people get to experience the co-op multiplayer game. Why the co-op multiplayer game was restricted to certain platforms makes absolutely no sense to me because it is a co-op multiplayer game that exists on as many people sharing the servers as possible. Why would you limit the platforms on this? It just makes no sense to me. Also, Xbox for like decades now has been selling itself on bro shooters and the bro shooter mentality. Why did you restrict the bro shooter co-op multiplayer game from the bro shooter co-op platform? Again, 0 sense in the decision making here other than you just trying to milk your first party lines. Ooh, look at all my exclusive games. The exclusive games are so cool. Look, the era of exclusives is coming to an end, and that's a good thing for everyone because it means gamers get more games. It means you are not locked to certain hardware if you care about certain IP, and it also means that the people who make the hardware have to make the hardware and ecosystem more enticing because they can't hold IP hostage as hard as they used to. They're still going to try, but they can't do it as hard as they used to. This is good for everyone, but if you are a PlayStation gamer who is so desperate for W's this generation, you were probably one of the people losing their shit over the fact that a PlayStation published game and a big PlayStation top seller was going to Xbox. Never mind the fact that this PlayStation top seller was already being outsold by the PC, but you guys just don't like to talk about that. It's not like you guys were topping the sales charts on this game's platform like percentage anyways. But while I was out of town, I was taking screenshots. I was making receipts. I was getting sent things by people who were like, Joe, where the fuck are you in this week? Why did you take this week off of all weeks? But don't worry, we're back. Joe from Seattle is back. We're doing some daily uploads, or at least that's the goal, is daily uploads for at least a little while. So let's crack open a cold one with the boyos and the girlos and the peeplos. That's people, not peep. I said peep Lowe's and it sounded like going to Lowe's or like Rob Lowe's fucking stupid marshmallow bird cousin. It's been a while since I recorded something. This is not gonna go super well. M says, I'm proud to announce that the PlayStation 5 will be my last console. I don't care to argue this or turn it into a movement. The move to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox is absolutely vile. If PlayStation is third party, then PlayStation is dead. Hashtag PlayStation is dead. PlayStation's been third-party for a while. They have an entire page on Steam of their games that they published on PC as a third-party publisher. They've also been putting games on the Xbox, games like MLB, games like Destiny. Those are games that are published under Sony's banner and under Sony's umbrella, and they're on other platforms. Sony's been a third-party publisher, okay? They're a little slower to the third-party market than companies like Microsoft, but that doesn't change the fact that they've been a third-party company for a while. Putting Helldivers 2 on Xbox was just the next step. It's the multi-platform co-op shooter. Of course they're putting it on another platform to make more money. This makes perfect sense. Also, before, PlayStation isn't the one doing Helldivers, it's the developers doing it themselves. Yeah, no, if you go to the Xbox store page, it's published by PlayStation. Like, this is PlayStation publishing one of their big exclusive games on Xbox, and that's good for everyone. If this is what's making you never buy another console, then I question why you were even here, I question why you were a gamer if the decision to put a game on more platforms and give gamers more games across the board, if that decision makes you so upset you're not buying consoles anymore, I question why you were a gamer. To quote everyone ever on The Bachelor, I don't think you're here for the right reasons. Japan Hates Xbox says, let PlayStation know that we don't want or like Helldivers or any of our games being ported to Xbox. Send a loud and clear message, unlike the cuckolds on Xbox. Again, PlayStation's been publishing games on Xbox. This is just the biggest one so far. They get a response from a Good Shepherd, says, we may not be able to stop the release, but Helldivers 2 has team killing. We have do our part and ruin Xbox players' experience on day one. Use the high-end stratagems on your team, waste lives, ruin extractions, steal samples. We got this. Isn't the PlayStation community just awesome? And like, aren't they just full of awesome people? Isn't this community so mature? Don't you want your community to be more like PlayStation's community? Gosh, Joe, why do you make fun of PlayStation fanboys so much? Ooh, why does gaming Twitter make fun of Sony ponies so much? Ugh, I can't figure it out. There's such a nice community of mature people who really care about games and not just plastic boxes with logos on them. Joe, why can't you wipe my butt for me? Joe, I'm a baby! Nick Marcial says Helldivers 2 should do okay on Xbox. It's the quintessential online dude bro shooter that resonates very well with that audience. Arrowhead probably pushed really hard for this to happen, but PlayStation loses another seductive piece for their hardware. Okay, moderate, all things considered, rather moderate take. This is the kind of mindset I would expect from someone who's a die-hard PlayStation fan, but also still has a brain attached to them. Recognizing that, yeah, okay, the game's probably going to do well with that audience, but if you're PlayStation trying to sell your platform based off of exclusives, then, this could be a little questionable of a decision because you're taking one of the exclusives away, but, it's probably pushed for by the developer. But then we get into the weird, murky situation where we have to acknowledge that the developer, the people actually making the games, probably want the games to be played by more people, and the publisher is the one restricting it from other people, and that's kind of lame, but we don't really want to talk about that. But, it's a lukewarm take here. Questionable, I would disagree with it, but I can see the logic behind it. Oh, but then Nick Marcial also says, having to cater to the smallest user base is fucking embarrassing. The game would have been on Xbox regardless thanks to Steam, so the port not only is redundant, but humiliating too. Switchbound too, because if PC wasn't enough, what the fuck is Xbox gonna do? Greed destroys culture. Yeah, the culture of PlayStation. Again, just that awesome PlayStation culture coming in clutch here. You want to be part of this PlayStation culture, right? Full of these really nice people sharing PlayStation's culture. Nick, you're not doing PlayStation's culture any favors right now. Also, we really went from Helldivers 2 will do okay on Xbox to Helldivers 2 on Xbox is humiliating and embarrassing. Nick, what's the point of this? What's the point? Greed destroys culture. Also, doesn't that imply that part of PlayStation's culture is a third-person co-op dude bro shooter? Like, oh yeah, man, this third-person co-op dude bro shooter is part of PlayStation's culture. Because when I think of third-person co-op dude bro shooters, I think of PlayStation? Question mark? The platform that promotes itself on explicitly not third-party co-op dude bro shooters? I repeat, what was the point of this? What is your point? Hey, so we're gonna interrupt the video right there to do the winner of the Joe Multiverse competition. So over in the Doofus Discord, it's discord.gg/doofus. Come hang out with us. That's my Discord. If we somehow got that domain before someone else took it. We started a little competition to see who can make the dumbest Photoshop of my icon here. So this icon that I have, that's me. I'm now going to announce who made the dumbest Photoshop of it. Okay, we're gonna do top 3. So coming in third is Joe from Australia, also, who put my face into a cup of coffee. I like the dimensions. I like the coloring. I like the shading. I like the fading. I like how you put me into a cup of coffee so I can just sip myself. Tied for third place. I guess you could say this is an honorable mention, but I really like this one too. It's me as the TF2 Sniper by Floppy Pingus 97. I like it. There was some work. There was some artistry here. I like it. And lastly, tied in third place. Again, these are basically just like 3 honorable mentions, then we'll do silver medal, gold medal, okay? But the other one in third place is from Joe from the Spider-Verse, who made me Canadian. A Canadian Mountie Joe. And you know what? Me and Canada have our differences, but I like this. I appreciate this, and I like Meese, okay? Look at that guy. Look at him. Oh wait, fuck. I fucked it up. No, the first 2 were honorable mentions. This Canada one, that's number 2. It's silver medal. Everyone, round of applause. Silver medal here. Silver medal. But number 1 here, the winner of the fucking Discord Nitro. You got just like DM me. I'll buy you Discord Nitro for winning this. It's Max Chev. He made me a Lego Batman goon. And this may be a biased decision of me, but fucking look at this. Look at this. If you can mod Lego Batman and actually make this into the fucking Batman goon. If you can put me, I want to play Lego Batman. I want this to be all of the goons. I want to beat the shit out of myself. So a round of applause to everybody. Max Chev, you just DM me. I'll get you fucking Discord Nitro. Okay, back to the video. Guapzilla says, gamers, PlayStation, we love you. Here's more money in 5 years than we gave you over the previous 20. PlayStation, thanks. Time to make Xbox games now. Then Joker on the Kill says, I didn't buy a PS5 for this. I love this logic. I didn't buy a PS5 for this. Yeah, I know you didn't buy a PS5 for an Xbox game. I'm aware of that. Everyone's aware of that. You didn't buy a PS5 for an Xbox port. Thanks for pointing that out. You bought a PS5, presumably, for the PS5 games. Are the PS5 games being taken away from you? No. Okay. No, Joe, they bought it for the exclusives. First of all, the game wasn't exclusive. It was on PC day 1. Second of all, if you're buying an entire platform and buying into an entire ecosystem based on a handful of games being held hostage there, that's your fault. That is a bad purchase. That's not anyone's fault but yours. I didn't buy a PS5 for this. Well, what you did buy a PS5 for was stupid, okay? That's no one's fault but yours. J Gaming says, a lot of people going crazy over Helldivers 2 going to Xbox. It's one game. It's not one game. There have been other ones. Oh my goodness. Was never exclusive in the first place. PC day 1 release. Right, so why do you care? Also, the PC version outsold the PlayStation version, so maybe Sony should be doing more of this. If you want PlayStation to be successful monetarily, I would think you would encourage this. It's almost 1.5 years old and was very successful, way more than they anticipated. I don't know why that's relevant to the Xbox port. Its multiplayer works better the more players you have, right? So it probably shouldn't have been exclusive in the first place. IP isn't owned by Sony, only the publishing rights are. How is that a point? Sony doesn't own this IP. They just have, final say on where the game goes and what kind of versions it gets. But they don't own it. It's not the same, guys. It's not the same. They don't own the IP. They just get to dictate whether or not the game exists on every platform. It's like, oh, that actually sounds even worse to me as a consumer. If one game does decent on Xbox sales-wise, it's this game. This game was a surprise hit. How does that... How is this supposed to ease the concerns of PlayStation fans? Arrowhead might have pushed to put it on Xbox, or maybe Sony planned to all along. Probably would have happened sooner if the game didn't do as well. Again, we're just breezing by the fact that the people who actually made the game want more people to play it, but Sony is the one saying no. More people can't play it, but the people who actually made it want more people to play it, and you just see nothing wrong with that. It's not going to affect them negatively. Okay, so do more of them. Why do you give a shit? This doesn't mean every PlayStation game will go to Xbox. Single player will always be PlayStation first and PC second and Xbox out. You don't know that. though. You don't know that. We can infer that, but you don't know that. How many times has Sony told you what their strategy is and then they just change it? Like, that's not a weird thing for a corporation to do, but how can you say this so confidently? Even trade, we get Gears Reloaded, they get Helldivers 2. If PlayStation wanted to bring their single-player games to Xbox, they would have did it a while ago. I don't understand how this was supposed to ease people's concerns. If the goal of this was to ease the concerns of the PlayStation fanboys, I think you did the opposite here, because you just listed like a dozen reasons why they should continue to do this. Anakin Botwalker says, shame Xbox players can't afford $40, but want more PlayStation games. You guys keep bringing this up about how, like, oh, Xbox gamers, they can't afford games because they use Game Pass. Or maybe because they use Game Pass, they have more money to spend on a $40 game and are more likely to spend on a $40 game because they... Oh my goodness. Odd AIs says PlayStation are run by a bunch of idiots. Lol. PlayStation are idiots because they are making money off of a platform they were otherwise not going to make money off of. Yes, what idiots they are. How dare they? How stupid it is for them to make more money than they otherwise would have made. Another from Anakin Botwalker who says, bro, X-Tarts can't even afford a $40 game. Again with the $40 game thing. Lim Fao, no wonder their beloved console is in peasant poverty now. And then a screenshot of someone who says the price needs to drop, it's 2 years old. Which, like, is a fair enough request. Somebody pointing out that the price is arguably not fair does not mean they're in peasant poverty or they can't afford it. I can afford plenty of things I choose not to buy because I don't think the price is fair. Everyone does that. That's called being an adult. Joker on to Kill says, time to delete Helldivers 2, not fucking around. Constantine says, that's wild. Joker says, enough time has passed and I've been waiting on PS5 Pro patch. Instead, they decided to prioritize the lower common denominator Series S. Well, in this isn't prioritizing the lowest common denominator extremely common in game development? Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't prioritizing the lowest common denominator, isn't that phrase just alternate wording for the console port? You guys always say that this game's not coming to PC because it just takes too much work. You got to prioritize the lowest common denominator hardware, like the console. But then when they do it for the Xbox, it's like, grr, I'm deleting the game. You guys are just funny. You make me laugh. Reforge Gaming says, since launch, I have supported Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox because live service games live and die by the player funnel. I also said, however, it made very little business sense to me. I hope the Xbox player base proves me wrong. I support it going to Xbox, but it makes no sense. It makes total business sense for them to do this because live service games live and die on the player funnel. Makes total business sense for them to do this. However, it makes very little business sense for them to do this. Never stop thinking, Reforge. Never stop using that brain. It's gonna smell smoky. Every time you use it, it's gonna get smoky. You gotta open the windows, but just keep trying. Do your best, keep trying. And just make sure you got a fucking fire extinguisher next time you think too hard. Good lord. Okay, so that was fun. I think that was a nice little game of catch-up, nice little way to get us back into this. I'm going to record a bunch of videos today, and I am now going to do the Doofus Club shoutouts. If you remember, I gave you some Doofus Club homework not too long ago. Before I left for my trip, I told you that you had until July 7th to come up with the dumbest name possible. I wanted you to come up with the dumbest name possible, and I wanted it to be a burn. I specifically asked for you to make a dumb name that was a burn on me. So we're going to read the Doofus Club now, and if you failed the homework, I don't know. I'll do something about it. I'll do something about it eventually. I didn't actually think that far. I don't think at all. Okay, Doofus Club time. Axel, Liam, Molthian, the Beesoms, Evanco, Realizer, Gaming with Dead People, Oracle, The Return of the King, but he's upside down, Biscuit 1101, Raffle Coaster, Adam Raz 26, Max Killer V2 Gaming, Kyle Ward 789, Nate, Blast 1314, Jimmy Chops, Mario may be a cuck, but Harmon can't get a girl, Michael Musial, Master Killer, Firestorm 2056, Demetrius Papagiorno, Tom. Just Tom. That's beautiful. Schnorlax and Goopy Spitsack. Alright, Unknown 186718, Kevdog 992, Zombie Killer 507E, Official Dregs, Mash Star, Adam Savage's Golden Able. Adam Savage's Golden Anal Pro. Bear Brain, Epion 504, Grimsy, Edge Knight 1789. My dad left to catch some Pokemon, I'm sure of it. Kushko, Unicorn, Rocco Bender Fondue, Ass Shitter 69 420 Remaster Poopy Edition. Look, listen, Appearing Offline does not fucking stop it. T-Train, Risinger, Sentinakage, Nodvala, Tickle Beast, Partial Mean 8, Volkswagen, Codman 4372WX. I need a stupid name for Joe to read out loud for everyone else to see. Celerock, Gold Pyre, Calderoth 1. It's, oh goodness, it ear my ass cheeks. Wait. Oh, I tear my ass cheeks open every time you upload. Okay. Doug Nixie Smile, Snake Eyes 327, Devastator 2000. Joe, please let us tip you sexy man. MK2396E. I'm still in the moat. Joe, please get help. Hentai X Machina Gamma. Elite Fire Hazard 105. Klepto Penguin, GWXSS, Wrath the Wolf, okay Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, All Games Video. Joe has bad game taste. Aw, Joe didn't like the RE4 remake. Shut the fuck up. I don't like it. Todd Howard's our Lord and Savior. Chris Void, Pope Art for the Rat King. Jessica Shucker, Ricky Spiral, Ricky Tiki Tabby, Muskie, an autonomic, what the fuck? Autonomic Dog 49. What the fuck does that mean? Kareem the Steel Angel, Doug Dimmadome Doofus of the Dimmadome Doofus. Doug Dimmadome Doofus of the Dimmadoofus Club, Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vader, Cyrus 6771, don't call me a doofus, it hurts my feelings, True Texcan 940, Joe, quick, I need help, oh my god, please help me, I need help, that sucks. First Doofus, Creed Warrior 23, Max the Chev, Chap is going away for a while, take care for now, Totally Insane, Black Cobra, the Enwa Slayer, Night of Cypher, ML04, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray. Why haven't you helped him in the moat, Joe? He can get himself fucking out. You walked your way in, you can swim your way out, get out of the fucking moat. Doofus, Wolf of Midnight, Sig Rider, Pig Venus, what the fuck was I on? Pig Venus, Steve One Studios, Film McCracken, Ohm Gaming. My neighbors probably fucking hate me. I'm just like yelling things right now. Tariq Brown, Thordscape, Magneck, Severin Evans, Spawny 3, it's Catalina freaking Y-Mix, a Pow Pow, Y Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Draws Next on Twitch, come hang y'all, Gob Godson, Rogue Winter 918, Bobby, Hinder, Kenny, Kitten, Fanny, Hangman for Hire, Elvin Noel, Frost Crystal, Biogenesis, Ian Action. You guys really failed the homework this time. Floppy Pingus 97, Mega Key, Scorpio Skull, Ghost Ho, Ryusagi, Vast Grow, Raptor Tim, the Amazing Blight Man, Backyard Baseball is liquid ass. You're liquid ass. Oh, Joe has bad game taste. Also, Backyard Baseball sucks. Fuck yourself. Phil Matip, I am Joe from Seattle's Real Father. Hey, Dad. Jody Breeze, Smitty, Worky, Jägerman, Jensen. Wait. Smitty. Oh my god. A Chillizard named Maxlore. McAdvertisement, Diego Garcia, JJ Dusty, 8 My Kibikins, I American Idiot, Harmon Smith's Other Chin, Oh No It's Justin, Randroid, Tuning Ram, Mechanical Resonance, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, Negative Creep, Joe Taku, Poop Pee Bang, Cat Chicken Sucker, Mom Banger 8008, Wannabe Hobo, Jizz, Westside Bill 310 Char, Rob C, Veg, The Groovy Banana, Curtin Allen Smack, The Scrum Master, Trust Me Bro, Hee Hee Ha Ha. Dude, I'm gonna throw up. I actually feel kind of nauseous. I was speaking too quickly, and I've only had coffee today. I've been like hyping myself up. I'm not wearing my watch. I can't tell you how fast my heart's actually beating, but it feels like I'm gonna die. Okay, toodles.